Hi, my name is Laniqua. This is Let's Talk with Laniqua, and here I give you motivational tips and ideas for you to grow into the best version of yourself.
This is going to be about stepping into your life with ease, having easier conversations, being able to meet new people, being able to walk down the street and, if you want to, engage in conversation with someone you don't know. Right. That could be scary, and if you're not an extrovert, maybe it's hard for you to walk up to people, and maybe it's hard for you to continue a conversation or engage. I want to step into my self-care, my boss life, my whatever you want to call it, girl boss, financial freedom. I'm trying to be a part of all of that. So I think this is very important, being able to effortlessly take things with ease that happen in my life. So with that being said, there are certain things, like I mentioned, about having tough conversations with people. Before you even get to meet new people in your life, I think it's important to take a step back and look at how you have conversations with people already. Are you a good listener? Do you give good conversation? Are you even a good friend? I think you should really sit down and think about it, because some of us aren't good friends. Some of us could be better friends. Some of us could be better listeners, better conversationalists. There are always ways to improve. So you can never really be perfect at everything, and it's always something that you can work on, right? So I just think being able to have a great conversation is so important. Having value in yourself and being able to give your value with a conversation, just a conversation. People love that. People eat off of that. People love great conversations. I love great conversations. There's people that I've met that I probably never even knew their name, never met them before in life, but I walk down the street, maybe I'm in the corner store, and they just spark a conversation with me. Maybe they were looking at the same item and they mentioned something funny, or they think it's funny, or whatever it could be. That one conversation was valuable in a way because maybe I got a little laugh out of it. Maybe the other person smiled and they had a nice smile. Those things change people. They don't forget that. You'd be shocked. The small conversations that you may have with someone that you don't even know, and they take that conversation home with them, or they take that conversation to work and they share that with someone else, and they share it with their family or their significant other. People pillow talk, we know that. It's easy to have these conversations because it's not supposed to be pressurous. You're not supposed to feel any anxiety. You're not supposed to feel like this is something that I don't want to do. I don't know why I'm doing it. That's not what you're supposed to feel like. The same way you feel when you're speaking to your friends or your family. Dissect those conversations. Maybe look back at some of your text messages. See if you were engaging in the conversation, or were you really I don't really care what they gotta say, and that it showed in your responses. People pay attention to that. If you ever wondered why your friends probably don't call you as much, maybe because you don't give in to the conversation anymore. Maybe you don't respond with open-ended questions. We'll get into that. Maybe you don't engage with the conversation. You're not even on the topic. You're not saying, oh, how'd you come up with that? Oh, where'd you find that? You're like, okay, I'm coming. Even those small things with people that we already have in our lives are important. How do you expect to take things with ease, meeting new people, having these hard conversations with people, if you don't already have them, or you don't already practice it in your life now? You have to do it in order to get used to it. And a lot of people have said this, I'm pretty sure. You've heard this before. I'm pretty sure it's been embedded in your mind because you know You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. You just gotta have those conversations. You just gotta bring up that topic you probably really don't want to talk about. You probably really have to just ask this attitude um, manager or employee at the store, like, hey, where's the fucking soap? You know what I mean? Like, you may have to do that, but to bring up that energy, to walk up to this person and then start the conversation, it should never feel like it's a lot. It should never feel like, oh, I have to use so much to talk and ask a question or to learn something new about someone. It should never, ever, ever be that tough. So with that being said, I just wanted to make sure that for the people that have those lifestyles where they are okay with being an introvert, they're okay with being by themselves, like they have their small circle of friends, they're okay with not going out all the time, like I don't have to go out and meet new people. I have my 1, 2, 3 friends that I'm comfortable with. Yeah, I have my family that I text every now and then. I just encourage you, like, unless you branch out, you try a new activity, you work on your active listening skills, how do you expect to do anything new? How do you expect to broaden your experiences or add to your lifestyle or to grow your lifestyle? How do you expect to grow as a person if you don't get out there, if you stay in your bubble, if you stay in the circle, if you stay in this space where you're just content, comfortable, I'm good, I don't need to meet anybody else, whoever knows me, if you know, you know, like, it's 2023, like, if you want to do certain things, like, you got to know certain people. And I'm pretty sure there are people in your life right now that are not interested in everything you like, right? So we have to be able to have people in our lives that give to what we like. Like, I have friends that I would go skiing with, but I don't have friends that I would go skiing with. I have friends I would go on vacation with, but I don't have friends that I would probably get on a plane with. You know what I mean? Like, there are different positions that people hold in our lives that give different value, give different benefit, and that's okay. Because I'm sure you give different value or benefit to them. Everyone is placed in your life for a reason. Everyone stays in your life for a reason. So in order to ease into these conversations with the people that you know, with the people that you meet, you yourself have to open up. You have to be willing to do something different. Be willing to try something new. Like, go on a plane, get the passport, get the driver's license, like, get something you've never gotten before. Do something you've never done before. Get in the car, like, get on that motorcycle, get a motorcycle license, like, do everything correctly, of course, but like, just attack things with a different perspective. The first thought is not, oh, I've never done this before. Take never out of your vocabulary. You're changing that. Your perspective is different now. You haven't done this before, but you will. I'm looking forward to trying this. You don't have to say, I've never done this before. I've never did this. You know, I've never been there. I would love to look forward to going there. You know, I've always thought about going there. I haven't been yet. That's better than saying never. And those are better ways to engage in a conversation rather than saying, oh, I've never been there, I've never been there, I've never been there. And that's even with people you meet. Oh, I've been to California, I've been to Chicago, I've been to Jamaica, I've been to Spain. Oh, that sounds so fun. Like, I've always looked forward to going places like that. I actually don't even have my passport, but I'm willing to get it so I can have that experience too. Golden, please. It's so easy. And it's genuine because, yes, you want to go, I'm sure. You want to get on a plane. You want to go out the country. You want to have a passport. This person has experienced it already. That's okay. You have it. That's okay. But instead of having those dead-end conversations with people that have experienced things that you haven't, engage and encourage the conversation to continue. Ask them questions about where they've been. Don't just say, oh, was it fun? Was it good? Ask them what about that trip was good? What about that was fun? What about the entire trip would you suggest for me if I were to go? Like, that's how you have open-ended questions that add value to a conversation that with anyone, someone you love, someone you don't know, someone you just met, anybody. Like, these are some of the questions that you can ask people to get more comfortable in these conversations with anyone. It makes you more comfortable when someone is smiling and they're reacting to your questions and they're willing to respond because they're seeing you're engaged, they're seeing your interest, they're seeing that they're giving you something. Like, the value that they're giving you, they can see it on your face, they can see it in your expressions, they can see it in your reaction. And it's not to scare you, but it's to say, think about that when you're talking to people, because it's encouraging. It's very encouraging. The eye contact, especially. You don't have to stare right at them. That's weird. That is weird. You're not gonna stare at people. Even the way I'm looking at the camera, like off and on, and I'm looking off, like that's okay. And it's common. Like, it's weird if you just stare right in somebody's eyes. So I just say, like, you can give the eye contact, you can look, you can nod your head, you can say, oh wow, that's actually really interesting. You know, I actually want to know more about that. Not just, okay, that sounds great. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. You know, I've heard that before. Oh yeah, I know, right? That sounds great. Like, that's boring. It's so boring. Nobody's gonna want to be your friend. Nobody's gonna want to call you tomorrow, next week to hang out because you're talking like that. Like, nobody is. And it's okay not to be everyone's friend. It's okay to not be the friend or the person that somebody wants to be their friend. But if you are an introvert, if you are a person that's struggling to have these hard conversations, if you are someone that's wanting to be comfortable, to talk to people that they don't know, to make new friends. Like, it's 2023. We don't want to be alone. We don't always want to be alone, at least. We want people around us that we can value, that we can benefit from. So give value when you have these conversations. I just want you to remember that. This different perspective that you're trying to go, practice it. Because like they say, practice makes perfect. And of course, we know this by now as adults. Once you keep doing something, you get better at it. Practice the eye contact. Practice using open-ended questions. Practice encouraging the conversation when you're talking to someone. Practice the eye contact once again. Practice, practice, practice. Those are some of the tips that I would use if I was someone that's struggling to meet new people or to take my life with ease in these conversations with people that I love or people that I know. So I hope those tips helped if you want to try and practice them. If not, that's okay. This video is probably just not for you. I was able to relate to this, so hopefully someone else will. That's all I really got for now. You can always look forward to this channel if you want more insightful topics, if you want to hear more about some story time things that I've been through and how these topics relate back to my personal experiences, or if you just kind of want to listen to me chit chat about certain things that interest me. I look forward to having some guests on the show later on. So if you are interested in being a part of my channel, being a part of my podcast, then I do encourage you to comment or DM me, message me, email me, whatever you need to do to request that, to say, hey, I want to be a part of your channel, I want to be a part of this journey with you, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks for listening. Please give me a quick rating on any podcast platform that you're listening to. I appreciate all of the support, and I hope you'll also follow me on my Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and all of the links will be in the description below.